C-117.
Ms. Poindexter.
Motion to approve Resolution 240-13.
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Iligan. For council members' information, we have Glenn Honda, Assistant Fire Chief, and Jesse Ebersol, Captain EMS Bureau, also present. If we need to call them up, we can. If not, we can move forward. Anyone wanting to call them up? No? Okay, we're all good. Okay, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion passes unanimously. Resolution 240-13 is approved. Next item, Mr. Clerk, would be on page 6, Resolution 259-14.
Resolution 259-14 authorizes the acceptance of a donation of 2 automated external defibrillators, AEDs, for the use by the Hawaii Fire Department, donated by the Hawaii Heart Association and valued at $2,708. The AEDs would be used by the Fire Department's volunteer division in its mission to increase the survival rate from community cardiac arrest on Hawaii Island. Reference Communication 577, introduced by Ms. Poindexter, waived FC.
Ms. Poindexter.
Motion to approve Resolution 259-14.
Seconded by Mr. Curran. Any discussion? Ms. Poindexter.
I was just going to ask if the fire department, since they're here, just come up and just, I guess we want to just give a mahalo since this waved through committee, and state your name for the record and then proceed. Thanks.
Good morning. I'm Glenn Honda, Assistant Fire Chief with the Hawaii Fire Department.
Good morning. I'm Jesse Ebersol, Captain EMS Bureau.
So in reference to these defibrillators from the Hawaii Heart Foundation, the Hawaii Fire Department and the Hawaii Heart Association partner up on several different programs. One of them is the hands-only CPR. This particular donation was prompted by one of our volunteer fire captains, Clyde Komatsu, and will be they're island-wide. 2 captains go island-wide and train all our volunteers. So this will be a much-needed resource, and we always appreciate donations, anything that can get back out in the community immediately, and this will do that.
Ms. Poindexter.
Thank you. And I guess if you could say, because the next one is, okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any further discussion? Mr. Iligan.
I just wanted to point out that our EMS program is one of those programs that is funded by the state, and with the fact that Hawaii Heart Foundation has donated its funding, helping out our EMS program, it's great because it's funding that we are not having to fund from the county. And I really want to point out that the EMS program, without that program, we wouldn't be getting the funding that we are getting from the state. So I just want to clearly point out how important that program is.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Iligan. Any other discussion, council members? If not, all those in favor of Resolution 259-14 say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Resolution 259-14 is approved. Next item is page 7, Resolution 260-14. Mr. Clerk.
Resolution 260-14 authorizes the acceptance of a grant award of $35,000 to the Hawaii Fire Department to subsidize the cost of an emergency medical services EMS vehicle. Grant from Hawaii Medical Service Association Foundation would be used to subsidize the cost of an EMS vehicle for community outreach, education, and emergency response. Reference Communication 578, introduced by Ms. Poindexter, waived FC.
Ms. Poindexter.
A motion to approve Resolution 260-14.
Second.
260-14, seconded by Mr. Iligan. It's early yet, no. Any comment, Ms. Poindexter?
I'd just like for Mr. Honda to maybe give a brief overview or even...
Yeah, I can expand on
Okay.
that. Thank you for the...
If you could just state your name before
sorry.
you start.
Again, Jesse Ebersol. I'm a captain in the EMS Bureau. Thanks for all that you guys do and accepting this money on behalf of the county. This proposal was for a community outreach vehicle, specifically to serve the EMS Bureau, one of the captain positions. It was a additional EMS captain position that was added about a year and a half ago. There was no vehicle assigned to that position, so the captain, who's Chris Honda, was utilizing a 2000 Windstar van with about 110,000 miles on it. It was in and out of the shop about 60 days of the year. And Chris's primary responsibility is community outreach. Like Chief Honda mentioned, the hands-only CPR program that we're doing. Chris circles the island training primarily students in the hands-only CPR program. He's trained about 1,500 students to date. He's also working on a variety of other community outreach projects. So this vehicle is important to us continuing that outreach. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And I'd just like to say one thing about the volunteer firefighters. I know I should have said this on the previous resolution, but I want to say publicly thank you to them too, because they help to seek out funding to help subsidize what is needed to be able to serve the different communities. So I just want to give a shout out to your volunteer firefighters and how important that program is. That we're so unique because in the state of Hawaii, I think we're the only ones that have that program.
You're correct, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Poindexter. Any other discussion, council members? If not, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Resolution 260-14 is unanimously approved. Mr. Clerk, next item is 265-14 on page 7.
Resolution 265-14 transfers, appropriates, and appropriation out and from the designated fund account and credit same to a designated fund account for wildland boots for the volunteer firefighters in District 5. Transfers appropriate $6,600 out and from Clerk Council Services Contingency Relief, Council District 5, credit same to the Hawaii Fire Department Training and Volunteer Fire, other current expenses, public safety supplies, wildland firefighting boots for District 5 volunteer firefighters. Funds would be used to purchase 33 pairs of wildland firefighting boots. Reference Communication 592, introduced by Mr. Kern, waived FC.
Mr. Kern.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move to approve Resolution 265-14.
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Iligan. Mr. Kern, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yeah, being here on the Big Island, Puna especially, we're geographically challenged, and it's critical that we have our volunteer firefighters there to help out when there's a situation. And I'm so blessed that we have great teams in the district and Puna on the Big Island as a whole. And I've actually talked with one of the trainers and seen the training that they go through. And I mean, it's serious, and you can tell the volunteer firefighters they're committed, they're devoted to it. It's the real deal, even though they're not getting paid for it. And I think it's great to have that partnership with the county, with the training, so we can actually go out there and do that. Now, it's always a matter of money, and we need more equipment. So this is a step in the right direction to just ensure that our volunteer firefighters do have what they need and continue to provide them with what they need on top of the excellent training that they receive. So I want to thank the fire department for that, as well as all the volunteer firefighters on the island as a whole, and my greatest appreciation. So least I can do. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kern. Mr. Honda?
Thank you, Councilman Kern. Again, you're taking your resources and putting them right back in your community through the volunteer firefighters, and that's a good thing, and we appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Resolution 265-14 is approved. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, all of you.
Okay, Mr. Iligan, you mentioned you wanted to...